The second live show of Britain's Got Talent saw impressionist Ben Nickless win the public vote, as he heads to the next stage alongside runner-up singers Flintz T4ylor, who were voted for by David Walliams, Alesha, Dixon and Simon Cowell. Amber and the Dancing Collies, who were also in the top three, were unfortunately sent home after performing a swashbuckling routine on Tuesday. Meanwhile, behind-the-scenes chaos erupted after bawling children were turned away from the Hammersmith Apollo's doors since the venue was too packed to accommodate them, it has been reported. According to claims, ticketing company Applause Store purposefully allocated an overflow of tickets in case of no-shows. With the semi-finals being held during the school half-term holidays, parents had the same idea of bringing their little ones along for a treat. A source told The Sun, "There's been loads of adverts and emails sent out urging people to sign up for the BGT live shows for the semis. But loads and loads of people were left disappointed and it was utter mayhem. Some had been down there since 6 a.m. hoping to get a glimpse of their favorite acts, but were left gutted when they were told it was full up." With Applause Store's small print refusing to guarantee entry to everybody who shows up, crying children allegedly filled the street outside the venue. A spokesman from Applause Store said, "As is standard practice, tickets are over-allocated to cover for the occasions when people fail to turn up for a free event. Ticket numbers are carefully considered, and we make it very clear that ticket holders will not always be guaranteed entry. It's very rare the audience are disappointed, and we're pleased to have been able to seat over 2,700 people to enjoy the show last night." Mail Online has contacted ITV and Applause Store for comment. Amanda Holden sent temperatures soaring yet again as she slipped into a racy outfit for night 2 of the semi-finals on Tuesday. The TV personality, 51, put on a leggy display in a thigh-split purple gown featuring silver embellishments as she took to the judging panel at Hammersmith Apollo. Adding inches to her enviable frame with a pair of sparkling heels, she posed up a storm with her hand on her hip. After Amber and the Dancing Collies performed, Simon quipped that he had been inspired to run a dog-themed Pirates of the Caribbean. David observed, "This is a nation of dog lovers, the public go crazy for this, but you are talented too, and it's the chemistry that made it." When asked how she felt about her pooches by Ant Deck, following the performance, Amber said, "Yeah, I'm really proud of them." Earlier in the evening, the Geordie duo kicked off the first of a week of live shows with a spectacular Back to the Future musical-themed opening. As the judges were introduced during the segment, Alesha looked gorgeous in a sparkly purple dress with a plunging neckline. Simon and David looked dapper as they dressed in suits for the occasion, with David opting for a navy-tailored ensemble while Simon kept it classic in grey. After the Voices of Armed Forces Children Choir belted out a heart-wrenching track, Amanda gushed, "I have to say I think that was one of the most emotional and courageous performances I've seen on the show. You all deserve it. I hope you're all crying happy tears. I feel so proud of you all. I barely know you but want to give you a massive cuddle." Simon added, "All of you were amazing. All of your mums and dads are in the armed forces. We must remember, and with the Jubilee it's interesting how a bunch of kids can make a stronger message than a bunch of rubbish politicians." Magician Ryland Petty asked the judges to mix up a Rubik's Cube. It soon transpired that the final result matched his own one, which he had prepared before the show. After a group of children behind unzipped their hoodies to show the coordinating print on their t-shirts, the student used his magic to return to the cube to matching sides. Alesha said in her feedback, "Our little one Harry Potter, you are so cute and adorable. You did really well to hold up in front of our audience here." After Dante Marvin performed an original comedy song, David said, "It should be in the pop charts. You put a smile on the face of everyone you meet." Amanda added, "I'm gonna be singing that all night long. I didn't know how you would top your first audition, but you did." Dante said, "I absolutely loved it. I didn't know if I was gonna be here in the semis, but now I might be going through to the final." Up next was Alesha's golden buzzer, Flintz T4ylor, who belted out their own rap tune against a live piano tune. Simon heaped them with praise. He said, "This was without question the best performance of the night so far. Don't get me wrong, I liked a lot of the acts. I think this performance is going to change your life." David chimed in, "It couldn't have gone any better, guys." When Ranger Chris Roberts danced alongside people in dinosaur costumes against a medley of hits, Amanda appeared to be having a whale of a time. She confessed, "That was great. I was so ready to buzz this act and I ended up having the best night of my life. Thank you very much." David, who pressed his buzzer while Alesha gave feedback, said, "You just have a bunch of friends who like to dress up as dinosaurs." Impressionist Ben Nickless poked fun at Elvis Presley, Gary Barlow, Boris Johnson, Kermit the Frog, Piers Morgan, Bear Grylls and Joe Wicks. On his birthday, he also attempted Britney Spears, Prince Charles, Holly Willoughby, Scooby-Doo, Homer Simpson, Billy Connolly, Michael McIntyre, Mrs. Brown, Ozzy Osbourne, Dec Donnelly, Ant McPartlin, David Walliams, Alan Carr. Simon said, "It absolutely cracked me up. It was so funny, so silly. The audience loved it. I can see in your face that it's dawned on you that you're here, you've been doing the club circuit, you've got your break now and good for you." Escapologist Andrew Basso was restrained by his arms and chained by his neck inside a glass box, with a leather belt tied around his waist. Only Ant Dec knew the passcode for the padlock. Submerged into a tub of water, black ink soon hid him from view. As things grew more sinister, he began to bang his hands against the glass before ringing a bell which was in place for a case of a disaster. After 2 minutes and 58 seconds, he emerged hanging from the bottom of the cage and it was revealed that he had survived after all. An unimpressed David said, "For you, it's your greatest fear, but for me it's an ordinary Saturday night. I couldn't see what you were doing. Were you having a sandwich?" Amanda added, "There is a lot of work and this is dangerous, but you left me disappointed this evening. I felt your first audition was much more intense. Because of the darkness, we were left wondering if there was less dangerous and more deceit." With a big task in mind, Simon said, "I would put in a lot of piranha fish if you get to the final. Could you do that?"